The first question for everyone is, tell the viewers something fun about you that nobody else knows. And while you're doing that, I would like, if you can hear my voice, tap on the arrow at the bottom and invite 10 of your friends. Please and thank you. Just tap on that arrow. I'm going to do the exact same thing as she figures out what is the one secret thing, or good or bad, don't matter, that people don't know about you.
Okay. Oh, I have two things and I'm wondering which one should I tell. I think, all right, the other one I'm going to keep to myself. But
okay,
one thing that maybe nobody really knows about me that I'm really loving right now, and really this is something I created for myself, so that I can be more peaceful, a more peaceful and happy person.
Can you come closer a little bit so we can, your Beyonce hair is giving, ekDER says Andrea is giving me Beyonce vibes. So, but we're not able to hear you fully because of your Beyonce fan, which is fine. Leave your fan on, honey, because I know what I deal with when it comes to hot flashes. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So one of a thing that I'm doing right now that gives me a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of peace is that I write stories for myself. Every day I sit down and I write a story. I just make up something, you know, creates a world that I really want to live in, or just something. And I love like science fiction and fantasy type novels. And it's so hard to find those books where all the characters are black, or even the main character is black. So I'm just creating my own stories, and I love it so much because the next day I can't wait to read what I've written the day before.
Oh my goodness. That is so powerful. So good.
Totally for me, like completely for me. I don't intend on sharing it with anybody. I don't intend on publishing. Who knows? Maybe that will happen in the future. But for now, I'm like, this is how I create joy for myself. I just create this fantasy world like in 5 or 10 minutes the day before, and then the next night before I go to bed, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read my story.
This is so powerful on so many levels. First of all, I'm a book writing coach, wink, wink. But more importantly, most creatives, most artists, as you know, they don't like to go back and look at their work. So it's so powerful that you are getting that affirmation from your own self. You're self-empowering. This is so amazing. Thank you for saying that, because I see a book of stories down the line, whether you believe it or not. I see that. Because I see, because you know what, and I know everyone goes through all the, oh my God, is it going to be good enough? Is anybody, I just went through that on Monday. Like, is anybody going to, am I going to sign any clients? Even as I have 2 clients, I'm like, is anybody going to sign any, is anybody going to sign? Am I, you know, are they going to, am I going to? Yes, I can. Yes, they're going to sign.
Can, right?
And it's always better for us to just kind of just plant the seeds out there. They're gonna germinate. The guy from The Voice America said, after doing my research, I've decided that we would like to invite you to have a radio show on our network. After doing my research, what's the research? He was looking at all the things that I've been doing. That's what he was looking at. And you know, Andrea, you know, if I have a radio show, you know, the first guest is going to be you, because we got to talk about the things that we talk about. So, you know, so yeah, this is networking. This is connectivity. This is just being who we are. I do not forget those who knew me when I was, all right? So, yeah. So K-Hard Coaching, everybody who's watching me right now, all of y'all, you're going to be my guests, because we got to lift, we have to go back and bring people up with us. So I'm so excited. So tell me, Andrea, why did you decide to do this show today?
Because I want to share my story about my baby girl. My daughter is 12 years old.
Can you increase the volume? Maybe let's try that. Can you increase your volume? Because I can hear you. But...
All right. Can you hear me now?
It's there, but it's a little distant. You know what? If you can hear Andrea very well, please give me a thumbs up or type yes in the comment. I just want to make sure.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to put the fan off and sweat.
Yeah, because I'm going to, I'm going to make it a podcast, so I need to be able to hear you.
All right. How is it now? Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. She said
Okay.
yes, so that's good.
Okay, good. So
That's much better, much better.
Okay, good. So the reason why, of course, you invited me, but also I want to tell my story as a parent, for my 12-year-old daughter who came out a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago or so, and how I want to tell the world how I did the work. It wasn't easy, but how I did the work to make sure that I'm the parent she needs me to be, not the parent I think I should be.
Oh my God, stop. Because y'all know me. I just ask you to say that again for those at the back. I didn't do that work. I did not do that work. I did it partially, but I didn't do it all the way. This is so powerful because I needed to do the work to become the parent that she needed, not the parent that I wanted to be. That's just so powerful right there.
Totally. Not the parent that I thought I needed to be for her so that I can make myself feel better and safer and, all the things. Because that's what happened when she came out. It was like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to kill my child and I'm going to feel terrible. So it was all about me and all about other people and what they're going to do to my baby instead of me thinking about her and what she wants and how she saw the world and what's going to make her feel good. I was like trying to do all the things to make sure that she was going to feel safe and other people don't hate on her and hurt her. And that was totally like not the way to go.
Thank you for putting it so nicely. I was doing everything that I thought I needed to be the parent she needed me to be, versus the parent that I thought I should be. Because indeed, I was the same way. Oh my goodness, my child is black. My child was male at that time. At least I saw them as male. Now I know that they are non-binary. My child is in America. They're going to kill my child. That was it. I couldn't think of anything else. And so in my attempt to be the mother hen or the mother goose, I was actually over on this side while my child needed me to be on that side. So yes, every now and again I have a sense of, I wouldn't say, I guess imposter syndrome is what it is. Like, who am I to be doing this work? But you know what? If I don't do it, then who? Even the good book says that God loves a repentant sinner. So I'm okay with repenting and becoming the mother that my child needs today as an adult. To me, that is enough, not enough, but it's the beginning of the reparations for my own, shortcomings. So yes, thank you so much. So the next question is, and I usually have a little cheat sheet somewhere, but the next question is, do you think your child felt accepted when she came out?
Okay, yeah. So, I think she felt accepted by me because she came out as lesbian because she was still trying to figure out, because she had a whole lot of crushes on some girlfriends. And so she understood, okay, so I'm lesbian, and she told me that. And I was like, of course, baby, that's fine, Yeah, and she told me about the person, her current crush, which was so sweet. Oh my gosh. And so that was fine with me. But of course, I didn't tell her about the fears that I started having at the time. So I'm thinking, and I didn't even think to ask her at the time, because in her mind, it was like, oh yeah, I'm lesbian. I have a crush. This is, I have a girlfriend and I love her. And to her, this was not something unusual. There wasn't anything wrong with it. It was just, this is just what she was discovering about herself. So she didn't think there was anything bad about it. So at the time, I was very reluctant to tell her about all the hate that she might get from the external world. So I just held it back. I mean, she was 9. I don't want to break my baby's heart, but then at the same time, I was really afraid that somebody's going to say something and crush her, and then I'm going to crush them. So
that part. That part. That part. But you
So
know, say that again. The age
mhm.
at which she came out, and I want
Yeah,
that to lead to somewhere. The age at which she came out was what age?
9. She was, yeah, she was
And I ask
9.
people to say that because I want you to know, if you're listening to, if you can hear my voice, if a
Hmm.
child comes out, or rather when a child comes out at 9, truthfully, they've been thinking about it since from when they were 3 or 4. My child
Probably,
said
yeah.
kindergarten. My child said kindergarten, and in my research showed the age of 18 months to 3 years old, the child
Hmm.
knows their gender. Now, as far as sexuality, as far as like sexually attracted to somebody, maybe a little bit older, between like 7 and 9, so that's perfect. But by 11 years of age, your child knows. Now, I say this because
Yeah.
just because your child comes out at 26
Hmm.
doesn't mean that that's when they knew. Okay, so go ahead.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. And then sometime later, she came out to her father. She just told him, I'm lesbian, I like girls, and he yelled at her. He's like, don't say that. You don't know what you're talking about. And she came to me afterwards, later on. She came to me afterwards and she cried and she says, Mom, I don't want to be lesbian anymore because Dad doesn't want me to be lesbian. And she was just afraid that her father was so angry with her. So of course I can't remember what I said to him. It was just a lot of roaring and fire breathing and threatening. I probably threatened to kill him and do all kinds of horrible things to him if he ever treats my child like that again, ever. I'm like, if you are homophobic, shut the F up around my child about it. She doesn't need to hear that hate coming from you. So just be a father who shows that you love her. And ever since then, that's what he's done. Like, he doesn't really talk about it. He never talks about it with her. And that's okay. She has, like, maybe on 1 or 2 occasions, came and said to me, expressed her concern that her father doesn't accept her the way she is. But then by this time she was bisexual. She was like, okay, I'm bi, because she was having crushes on boys and girls. So
And
so
honestly, I
she,
might even add, and I know you're coming
yes.
to about her dad. I might even add that now that I know what I know, when I was younger, I told my dad that I liked girls, and he was like, oh, it's a phase. Then I got married, and I crushed on boys as well. And it was my son
Yes.
that said, Mom, I think you're bisexual. And I was like, you know what? I think you're right. But more importantly, I think everyone is a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
it because I can. Ironically, religion, the one thing that's supposed to be the unifier, community, the one that's supposed to be the unifier, are the things that are now putting all this, no, you go over there,
Yeah.
you go over there, no, you don't belong here.
Yes.
Yesterday, I was
Yes.
talking to Jamie, who said her son, who is gay, went to the LGBTQ plus event at their school and was turned away because her son came with someone who was like asexual. They're like, we don't want that here.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Exactly.
Like, oh, humans. We have to come
Yes.
and create all kinds of drama and
Yes.
complexity where it's not necessary, right?
That part.
So, so Kena has expressed on maybe 2 occasions that she's concerned about her father accepting her. And, I told her, Mommy's got you. Like, Mommy and your sister Gal, we got you no matter what. But of course, how kids are. It's like that one parent or that one family person who they love. They so desperately need that acceptance. But she's comfortable with me. She's safe with me. She's safe with her sister. But her father, she needs to feel like she's safe with him too. So we still haven't really resolved that. She seems to be okay. And sometimes I try to talk to her about it, but she's like, oh, Mom, I'm not interested in talking
Well, I mean,
about
it's
that
a
right now.
trigger. I think it's a
So
trigger.
yeah,
And
it
I
is.
almost want to say
Yeah.
the person to talk to is actually not your daughter. And this is
Mm-hmm.
just me thinking out loud. I basically, my ex-husband was like, never use the words "you're dead to me," but or over my dead body, which are dangerous, but the next best thing. And so now that he's sick and he wants to come into his child's life, my eldest is like, you're pretty much
Yeah.
dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
All but actually the exact words my child used yesterday was, my dad or daddy is all but dead to me.
Mm.
That is so powerful, but it's
Yeah.
true. And you know, the thing, we are the ones that are adults. I'm
Yes.
not perfect by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. But at least I'm the one parent who was a little bit more inclined. I had to do my own work. I'm still doing my own work.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're growing up, all kinds of lies that I told to you, you have to unlearn all those lies for the
Yes.
sake of your child.
Yes.
For the sake of your
Absolutely.
child. So if you're just joining us, the show is called The Pride Corner. And I'm talking with my beautiful friend, Andrea, who is also the anti-racist coach. Andrea is a mother of a bisexual young human. And you know what? I'm just going to even take that bisexual out. And this is, she's a mother of a young human. And my child said, and my son said, we don't need to just struggle for the sake of struggling. Like, ideally, nobody, and Jamie said this, he said, nobody should be coming out of anywhere. We should not be coming out, going in. No one is.
I totally agree. This coming out, oh my gosh, like really? I mean, can't she just be a human, a beautiful human being who crushes on girls and boys? Like, what? Why not? And my daughter doesn't understand this coming out stuff. When I told her that, like, remember I said I'm going to ask for permission because you interviewed me in another, like a panel. And I said, let me ask her for permission because I don't want to out her without her permission.
That, yes.
And I talked to her and she was like, Mom, it's okay. I don't even know. She's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, really. Because she's like, to her, it's like, what's the problem? I like girls and boys. What's the problem? So why can't we think like that? You know, for her, things are very simple. So her brain starts shutting down when I start to have these discussions because I want her to be able to be assertive when she needs to, and also tell me when people are hating on her because of who she is. Okay, but she's like, Mom, why would anybody say that? Why would anybody hate me because I'm bi? She just does not get it. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to push until she's ready to talk about it. But then again, I'm scared she's going to have an experience and be horrified, and then I'm going to have to beat somebody to death. Like that's Dr. Lulu, that's my work. Like, I get enraged just even thinking about it. So I have to always be creating peace for myself because, first of all, I don't want to scare my child, because when she sees me raging about something, if something happens to her in school and she sees me raging, it's not good for her. She gets really scared and she's too afraid to tell me about things that have happened to her because Mom's going to get into a rage. So I really need to make sure that I'm calm, and she can trust that I'm not going to lose it.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, just like I said earlier on, when I come on screen, I say, it's not because I got all the formulas. It's not because I don't have my own work. Everybody has work to do, but someone has to lead the pack. So I'm like, I might as well. And I think it's only fair that, and I love what you're saying today, that you are saying that you're just going to be the wind beneath her wings. However, I think it's suffices to say that if she's afraid of your reaction, then we need to try to tame that animal, so that she also, can come to you so that you are effective as her guide.
Absolutely. And when you're in a rage, how do you access your higher brain and think clearly? I can't even talk.
That's what Stacey Bayman said. When emotions set in, intelligence sets out.
You lose your intelligence. You lose it. You start making horrible decisions. And my daughter, sometimes when she's coming to tell me about something, like she was coming to tell me that she was dress coded because her shorts were too short one night. And I could see, like, she had this look in her eyes like, Mommy's going to lose it. Not on her, but on the school. And then I'm going to call somebody up and yell them, and then she's going to get into trouble. Like, she was just... So, it took her a while before she could tell me. And thankfully, I was calm. I was calm about it. I was not happy that the sight of my 12-year-old's legs, why are her bare legs a problem in the school? Why can't she wear shorts that are mid-thigh? Like, what the hell is that?
Mid-thigh?
Like, they covered her butt. They weren't like, these weren't even sexy shorts. They were just shorts.
I'm agreeing with you. Like, mid-thigh is almost like at the knee.
What? No. I mean, well, she has very long legs too. So she
I
has
mean,
these
you know what?
long
But the point I'm
legs.
trying to make is, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It's
Mid
like,
thigh,
come
hot pants,
on.
whatever. I've seen kids wear worse to school,
Like, but
and nobody
her,
says
like,
anything to them.
why can't she expose, like, what's wrong with bare legs on a 12-year-old? She's
Yeah,
12, for heaven's sake.
yeah,
But anyway, so I have to, that's still my work. I need to stay calm and show that I'm in charge, but I'm also on her side and I'm not going to scream at anybody at the school, and stuff like that. So that she can actually come and talk to me about
yes,
when something does happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think all of the parents watching right now
Mm-hmm.
will, I mean, I know that they will be like, sure. We're all of us, none of us is perfect yet. The one perfect person, we don't know who they are, so we're all imperfect. But I don't think anyone will blame you too much, except that now you know, I mean, you already know what you need to work on. So that's actually simple. So we're going to go where the halfway mark. And so the show is called The Pride Corner. It's our coming out series and more. So today we're doing a more with the parent of a child who is in the queer space. And she is sharing with us that it looks like her child was fully, or rather is fully accepted by one half of the parent situation,
Yes.
and the other half, you're going to have to do the work so
Mm,
that the
yep.
little girl doesn't grow up with, because ultimately my child, I mean, that they haven't forgotten. I mean, children will remember.
Yeah. They
So
don't forget.
they don't forget. Yeah. And so we're now at the stage where you're going to tell us if you think, well, usually I ask the queer people this, if they think that the lack of acceptance or the acceptance affected them as
Mm-hmm.
adults right now. But your child is, I mean, do you
Mm.
think it's affecting her? I think you already kind of answered that question.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because to her, it's like this is not something she talks about very often. Um, I don't, I'm still not sure how. I think, the experience that she had with her dad, that's probably going to come up more as she gets older
Yeah.
and she gets, into adulthood. For now, and I remember traumas that I experienced as a child that I just like hid away and just shut because, survival, right? And now when I
Mm.
think about them, I'm like, oh my God, how did I survive that? When I think back, I'm like, whoa, how did I survive that? And it's really you as a child, you just like, okay, somehow God protects us, our brains, and we are able to endure some pretty horrible things, right? So that we
Yes.
can so that we can just get up every day and keep living. Um, and it's all about trying your best to be safe. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping that it doesn't affect her too negatively
Yeah.
and that she's going to be okay. But, the older you get, the more experience with life you get, and it's just part of life. So my job as her mother is to be here for her in a way that she needs me to be. So what I do with my child a lot is I ask her, what do you need? What do you need from your mother?
Mm.
Instead of, there was a time when I should just go and tell her what I think she needs.
Mm.
And thankfully, and this goes for both my children, thankfully my kids never really put up with that. They'll be like, no, but no, mom, you're not listening. You're not listening to me. You're not listening. You don't respect me. Like over and over again. And I'm like, I have to listen to my kids. Like, why are they telling me that I'm not listening? Because I'm not listening. So I now I ask her, like, what do you need how do you need me to support you? And of course, like there's a lot of parents who say to me, oh my gosh, she's only 12. How is she going to know? But how does she know that she's bi?
How does she know when she's 6 months old? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Like, how does
Um,
she know?
I want to go back a little bit to what you said. Not even about oh my goodness, not about the listen to me. It was about, oh Lord, I forgot. There was something you said that I wanted to
Mhm,
kind of piggyback on about your children, but maybe it will come back to
mhm,
me. But I want to ask you, because I wanted that to kind of as a segue into the next part of the question, which is what you would say to a parent in your
mm,
shoes. So if you can hear me, welcome to the party, Prof. Alvarado. please do me a favor and tap on that little arrow at the bottom of your screen and invite 10 of your friends or 20 or whatever number of people that Facebook would allow you to invite. I mean, Instagram would allow you to invite. And let's have more people come, because we need to talk about this stuff. We don't talk about it enough, but we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. So, but yeah, let me ask you this. So what would you say to a parent who finds themselves in your shoes right now, or your shoes, I guess earlier actually, right?
Yeah.
A parent who finds themselves in your shoes earlier, when your daughter at the age of 9 comes out to you, and then one half of the parents is kind of holding back. What would you say to a parent that finds themselves in that situation?
You know, I would say, listen to your child, and your child comes first. You protect your child first. The adults can take care of themselves. Like if you have a partner who's not accepting your child, they're going to have to do their own work. You know, you make sure that that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can't control what other people are going to do, think, whatever, right? All you can do is do your work. Listen to your child, what they are telling you. They are not making up stories. It's not a trend. Oh my gosh, it's not a trend.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That's what I'm hearing now. Everyone's like, oh, it's a trend. And I say, you know what?
Stop it.
But you know what? So what if it's a trend? Like for real. Like we had leg warmers, we had shoulder pads, we had knickerbockers. So what if it's a trend?
Yeah, so what? So what? So what? You know, come on. So what? It's your child. You know, what's more important? You know, and also be very careful, because when you make it about you, which is something I totally did, you don't take care of your child. You stop listening to them. Now it's all about you. You're only going to listen to yourself, what you want, to take care of your feelings. And that is very, very selfish and harmful to your child. It's selfish, it's very harmful, and you will traumatize your child. And let me tell you, once you induce that trauma, you can't undo it.
Yeah.
You can't undo it. Now, of course, as parents, we're going to make mistakes. If you make a mistake, you know, recognizing that you made the mistake, and your child will tell you. My kids tell me when I messed up, you know, and I listen to them and I fix it as best as I can. Listen to your child, you know, because as you say, Dr. Lulu, your child will jump just a few feet from you.
Oh my goodness.
They will jump.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
This is the whole premise of doing this. Jumping.
Yeah.
This is the whole premise of doing this, jumping. And yes, you're right. I didn't listen to my child. I didn't listen to the verbal and non-verbal. I listened to what I wanted to listen to. So I'm not here because I was a perfect mom. No. Yes, I did a good job because their father abandoned us. So yes, his whole family abandoned us. So yes, I did what I could do. I was trying to juggle all of the oranges in my hands, but I still could have done a whole lot better, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm trying to help other people out there whose parents are just like me, who are making it about them. And that's what I was going to talk about. I was saying, it's not about you. It's not about you. I know you think you're losing a daughter or you're losing a son. Listen, what if you're gaining?
Yes. Yes.
But when you make it about you, you hijack the agenda, and then that's it.
Yeah, they will jump, you know. And yeah, so for me, listening to my children, both of them, is just absolutely key. And it's not easy. There are times when I'm like, but I'm the mother. And this is what, you know, there are times when you need to pull that I'm the parent card.
I mean, you're still, yeah, exactly. You're always going to be the parent.
There are things they're going to try to pull on you that you have to pull. But when it comes to their identity, them expressing themselves and telling me when they are feeling terrible around me, that they don't feel safe, that they don't feel supported by me, I listen to my child. And it's hard because then I'm like, oh God, like I hurt my child. I made a mistake, you know, and immediately you want to make it better, but knowing that it's done, you can't
I
undo it.
felt so bad yesterday. I felt this big yesterday when my child was, yesterday on this
Yeah.
couch right here at night, my child was talking. I was just like, just let
Mm.
them get it out. Because if I had been a better parent, I would not be here right now. I would not.
Yeah.
And if I could,
You
I
know,
would give anything in my power to go back and undo that. I feel like this is an
yeah.
episode of freaking, I feel like we had an episode of Iyanla Fix My Life last night.
Yeah.
If I wish I could go back and take it. I wish I could go back
Yeah,
and take
but
it
we
back.
can't, you know, because all we can do is learn from it and become better people. We're never going to be perfect.
But also,
And,
that's why
you know,
you who's listening to us, you who's
yes.
watching right now, they say, you know, smart people learn from their mistakes, but smarter people learn from other people's mistakes.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
you don't have to, trust me, your child was born gay. I said that yesterday. Your child was born gay. That's it. Okay? You heard that. And then the second question today was, there's no age that is too young to come out.
Yeah.
What happens is your child comes out at the age that they feel safe enough. So if your child
Yes.
doesn't come out to you, you know that it's because you have not created a safe space. It's as simple as that. Your heart is not safe and your home is not safe.
Yes.
That's why your child is not coming out. So please, please, there's no age that is too young. Because like I said, when it comes to gender, a cisgendered boy or girl knows that they're a boy or girl at the age of 18 months to 2 years to 3 years. Same thing with your trans. So when the teacher says, okay, all the boys on the left and all the girls on the right, where do you want your trans child to go? Where do you want your non-binary child to go?
Yeah.
Where do you want your intersex child to go? And all of these are happening because I'm now learning. You know, and I'm doing, and right now I get so much support from my child's corner. It doesn't even make any sense. I'm so thankful. But it's not because I was all the way there when they needed me. And I heard all of that yesterday, last night.
Yeah.
So if you have any semblance of anything, please share this video. Like, for real. This is real true talk. We're saving lives here. Share this video so somebody will know, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
We do the best we can with what we've got. Yes, it's all about owning it and learning from it. Yes, absolutely. So we are on our last quarter. The show is called The Pride Corner. My name is Dr. Lulu, your host, soon to be, I don't know, mega star.
All the things.
About, you know, just we're talking about our coming out stories and more. And having you as an ally, you as a parent, you as a queer person, get into the program. And if you need to come out, what I've learned from speaking to a few queer people is the most important person to come out to is yourself. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, coming out to yourself first. The realization that, you know what, I am queer and there's nothing anybody can do about it. And then you pick the people that you feel safe with. And then it's not up to you as the parent to say, oh, I can't believe you're not coming out to me. Or, oh, you know, because I was like that. I kept waiting because I knew, I was like, that's not for you. And ideally, they shouldn't be coming out anyway. We already said that.
I love it. It's not about you. It's about what your child needs.
Yeah. So, Andrea, where can the viewers find you? Where can they find you? And what kind of work do you do? Besides being a mother of a beautiful child, every time I see your daughters on Instagram, I'm like, oh, they're so pretty.
Thank you. They're so lovely. Oh my gosh, I love my girls. Yes. So I am an anti-racist life coach. You can find me on Instagram at with that bottom, whatever that thing is called. It's not a hyphen, a bottom hyphen.
Underscore, yes, underscore.
Yeah, underscore at the underscore activist underscore coach. And I work primarily with white women who are doing anti-racism work, who want to be anti-racist. and who are just really struggling because this work is hard, y'all. It is hard. And the people I work for, or who I serve and who I work with, I believe are super special because, you know, all the hate white women, so many white women are getting, right? And yeah, with good reason. With good reason. Okay.
I almost want to say, your spiel should be, I help Karen.
No, I don't work with Karens. I don't work with Karens. The white women that I work with, they are very aware. They're very aware of their own internalized racism.
Yes.
And they want to work on that. But at the same time, they want to do the hard work of going out there, making mistakes, falling flat on their face, getting yelled at, but still being able to get up and still continue doing it because they understand that they're not just liberating other people. They're not just helping other people to be liberated. They're also liberating themselves. How can you possibly be free if you are living in an oppressed society,
which is
and you are participating in the oppression?
Yes.
There's no way you can be free. These women want to be free. They want not just their freedom, they want the freedom of everybody. And there's only very small amounts of them, which is true. But those are the women because they're so special. And those are the women that I work with. So come and find me on Instagram. You know, look at my posts and
I
so
love
on.
your
And
page, yes. I love your page.
Yes,
So
and
colorful.
if you are a white woman, you want to work with me, just DM me.
Fantastic. And with that, you know, every good thing must come to an end. So Andrea, do you have any going away words is what I've come up with. Going away words is the phrase I've come up with. For anyone who's watching this, do you have anything that maybe you didn't talk about yet? I mean, I have to give you props, first of all, for being a great friend. I know how we met in another group, and you kind of just latched on it and just supported me. And I just love the work that you do. And you've come, I've interviewed you, I don't know how many times, but you know what, there's more work to do. So do you have any going away words for those who are listening?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've said all of this already. But, you know, and yeah, I definitely said this, and both of us said this, Dr. Lulu. Again, this is, the work that we are doing is about saving lives. You know, and as a person, and Dr. Lulu, I told you this, right? That my sister killed herself when she was just about 16 and I was 10, and I was the one who found her. And she had been telling me, and she'd been telling everybody around her that she's going to kill herself. All right. Now I was 10. I don't blame myself now. I've kind of like overcome that. I couldn't save her, but I'm like, I think about my girls and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I'm going to do everything in my power not to let that happen. And I was I was becoming a parent, like the parents that I grew up with and the parents that were around me who did not take care of the mental health of their children. It was more about them. You know, I was becoming their parent, and I caught myself and I did the work. So please, this is about saving lives.
Yes.
You are saving the life of your child, and not just their physical life, you're saving their soul.
Yes.
Who wants to live on this earth where everywhere they go, they're getting hate. And they are oppressed because they're gay or bi or trans? I mean, it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Like, please don't do that to your child. You will be saving their lives. And if you don't have a child, you know, there are so many people who need your support. Do whatever you can to support them in whatever way you can, despite whatever's going on internal. Do the internal work, but it's about saving lives.
Ultimately, yes.
Totally.
You're getting so much love. Thank you all so much. So if you like what you heard, welcome to the party, Dr. Vivid. She was one of my guests. If you like what you heard, please follow the anti-racist coach. She's the anti_racist coach or something like that.
No, the activist. That's when I was an activist. But I'm still an activist.
Oh, yes.
The _activist.
Okay, the
coach.
_.
But I'm an anti-racist life coach. I had to find my way.
So she's the anti-racist life coach, anti-racist activist coach, whatever. If you put those words together, you will find Andrea.
You'll find me.
Yes. And then, of course, if you are not following me yet, What are you waiting
What
for?
is wrong with
Oh!
you? Come on, yo. How can you not be
Let me tell you.
Lulu?
If you're not following me, yeah, what is wrong with you? But welcome to the party, fine poets and Posney and Laurel something. Lauren let's
Okay. Yep.
welcome. And,
Thank you, Survey Brospo. Yes.
Yes. Welcome
Totally.
everyone. We are on the home stretch. The show is called Frank with an E, long time no see. The show is called the Pride Corner. That corner right there, where I have my child, and I've got my Black Mary and Black Jesus, because I'm Black, deal with it. Okay?
Yes.
And I've got my nails did, I've got my earrings, I've got my t-shirt, I've got everything.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
It's a queer space. So if you can't handle it, that's the door.
Get
Bye.
out.
And that's my dog Lulu in the ground there watching over her mama. But yeah, so join us tomorrow. So every day at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time, I'm here talking to a member of the queer community or an ally or somebody. Okay, if you want to find me, if you want to read some of my books, because you know we have to, while Andrea gets ready to publish her book.
And Dr. Lulu, wait, I got a funny story for you. I bought 2 more of your books and I put them in the libraries. You know, the how to teach your children about racism?
Yes.
And we have these little tiny libraries and I put them in there, and on 2 occasions somebody took your book.
That's wonderful.
And I wrote a note telling them they follow Dr. Lulu.
Yes.
On Instagram. Oh, so sweet. So yes.
Andrea,
every time I put a book in one of those, it was taken.
Wait,
oh my
I
gosh.
have to send you. I'm going to send you 5 books because I only have 10 left. I'm going to send you 5 books autographed. And you can put it in that. Put it in that library. Yes, I'm going to do that.
Thank you.
Yes,
love it.
And then of course my brand new baby. If you haven't seen it yet,
I just got that.
Did you? Let me see. Oh my God, for real?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
I bought it. I'll be reading it soon.
You are my super fan. Please read it. It's a good read.
Yes,
it's an easy read.
And I'll give you a review. I'll do all the things.
Well, you know me.
You'll get your review. You didn't even need to ask.
I know.
So
go get the books.
Good for you.
The books are all on Amazon, or Barnes and Nobles, or Walmart, or I don't know, Dollar General, wherever good books are sold. We're trying to get it into the airports. That's my next target, because it's a pretty good book. We're trying to get into the airports, and so. Lulu, come on. So anyway, Lulu, sit. Thank you. So wherever oh my God, it's over. The UPS guy is here.
Yeah, Lulu's had enough. You better go take it. It's not about you, Dr. Lulu.
I know. No. The Amazon guy came, but he's gone now. So, but anyway, so join us tomorrow. So just so you know, these shows are recorded live, and it includes a barking dog sometimes, a crying baby sometimes. It is what it is, you know.
It's sweaty, we're sweaty.
Yes, thank you to everyone who stayed till the end. Yeah. Turn on your fan, girl, because we're done already. But thank you to everyone who stayed till the end. Thank you so much.